Guys, I am recording this ESPN Yahoo mock draft like I said I was going to, and I want to first off start by saying I am happy to be drafting third overall. This is going to be a category league, so I believe these are the categories: goals, assists, plus minus, power play points, shots on goal, and hits. I need to take a look at some things though. Yahoo, my Fantasy Excel for this. I don't really know where I have their rankings. I thought I had them. Yeah, so this is actually going to be pretty tough. This is just all going to be my ability to draft. It looks like all my stuff is. Wow, this is really weird. It's like it got deleted. I think. Yeah, this is my fantasy Excel, but I think some of it got deleted. It looks like it did somehow. Oh, this is the category ranks for wingers categories. Um, believe. So this is minus plus minus. Okay. So what I do want to do is I want to go after the hit shots on goals column. Those I think are the three big ones. And then plus minus is a little added bonus. So that's why players like an Artemi Panarin and a um, players like Jack Eichel's plus minus is that's a little bit asking too much. Like a Victor Hedman's plus minus is going to be really good. But here's the ranks for how they say they will be for this season. Obviously, Alex Ovechkin will be high in shots on goal. I think Brady Tkachuk should be way up here as well. He is not. So he's going to be a steal for sure. I want to actually see where Brady Tkachuk is. Okay, he's 44 rank. X rank is 66. I've got the third pick. I think I'm gonna go with a goalie in the second round. I don't really know. We'll see. But the goalies are going with. They do not have this many categories. There's no way. I believe it's wins, goals against average, save percentage, right? And then shutouts. I believe those are the four. I believe there's only four, and then there's six of these. That would be overpowering goalies way too much if they had half the categories lined up. Sorry, I got some of the stuff that I've been interested in on my tablets up top. Um, uh, as you can see, I was watching the Doug Polk versus Daniel Negreanu matchup. Very interesting poker matchup. But I don't think that many people are interested in that. So for ranks, this is really weird because they have got Andrei Svechnikov is a beast too. He also is left wing and right wing. I think third overall I can go with a winger, but unfortunately I think Nikita Kucherov is going to be gone by when I would want to select him. Um, Now it's up to me to determine if I want to do with what I want to do here. I can go with the shots on goal, goals, and assists early. Nathan McKinnon is going to be high in the shots on goal section. He's going to be high in the goals and assists and plus minus. So he'll have a lot of these locked up, I think, all these categories. And then he'll probably be pretty shallow in the hits. But I still like McKinnon over McDavid when it comes to category leagues. As you can see, he's going to shoot a lot more. The power play totals will, I think this is a little bit off. I don't really like their projections, but again, I just don't see him. Oh, wait, this is Kucherov. Okay, yeah, 47 power play points. Yeah, he'd be dominant in the power play point section and the assists. Goals are a little bit better too, but I think you're making up for it in the shots category with Nathan McKinnon here. And then hits, obviously McDavid does not hit all that often. I don't know. I I just don't really like category leagues. I think that they're just tough to judge and tough to pick players. Um, I want to take a look at all my players again. Here they are. So for categories, we got all these guys lined up. I would love to get a Pasternak in the second round. I might go with um, winger in the second round, second third round if they're available. But I don't think Brady Tkachuk will be available in the second third round. Tom Wilson's another good one. I think I can get him late. Pasternak, I don't think he'll be available in the second round. If he is, I'm going to take him for sure. Brad Marchand would be another one. He's actually really good too. I think he provides value all around for wingers. I don't really think I have him for centers, do I? Oh, I do have them category ranked. Getting Malkin doing really well. Stamkos, Zibanejad. I think these are a little bit off. Um, Obviously, because I don't think I would take Zibanejad over McKinnon. I do have McKinnon over McDavid for sure. I like that choice. I don't think I can go with Matthews over McDavid anytime soon. Jack Eichel and Draisaitl. These are numbers that I crunched, and a lot of them are inaccurate. Don't take all of these into account. I don't think Malkin should be this high either, or Stamkos. I think I've had some errors when I was doing some stuff and moving things around, so I could easily see how they were mixed up. Still trying to debate my third overall selection. It'll definitely be based off of how the two people in front of me draft. I think I have to go with Ovechkin or Kucherov or McKinnon. So one of these three. Yeah, one of these three. I just can't see a world where it would be smart to draft someone other than those three. I think I'm losing value in picking a Draisaitl or a McDavid here, just because their plus minus is always going to be so suspect. You can never trust them. Like they could easily pop off this season, but they will have high point totals, goals and assists. They will rack up in that category, but their shots on goal they don't shoot that much compared to the league leader shooters like the Nathan McKinnons and Alex Ovechkins. Um, and Brady Tkachuk's. They don't shoot nearly as much as him either. And then you have in the hit column. They're going to be pretty shallow in these. In this column, they're survivable, maybe above average in the shot on goal column, but they're not really producing like killing it. They're really destroying the power play point totals, and the goals assists totals. Hopefully, one of those two gets selected early. I'm hoping. I don't really want to have to pick. I want to pick one of these three. I want to make it hard. Okay, so Kucherov first overall, and then McDavid. Okay, so yeah, that was nice. I think I can go with Nathan McKinnon. His plus minus is going to be better than Ovechkin's. He's going to have more assists than Ovechkin. His goals will probably be lower. Shots on goal will be higher. His hits he'll probably struggle with. I think I have to go with Nathan McKinnon early. Yeah, I'll just see what I got in the second round. We just wait it out from here. I think we can get so much more winger value later on. The way I draft, 12-team league, 2 AFK people. Okay, so Vasilevsky, Matthews, Draisaitl, Panarin, Ovechkin. Makes sense. I don't know. I don't really like Panarin. These are so the X rank, I believe. Wait, is it the X rank or the rank? I think the X rank is based off of how they'll do relative. I forgot actually. is one of the other one of them is based off of like their average rankings for every type of league format overall, and then one of them is for your specific league format. So that's what these two are. Rank based on league settings. Yeah, the rank is the one based off of the league settings, and this is kind of the better one to go off of. I don't think I'm gonna ever get a good winger here. I just don't see it. Sidney Crosby, Jack Eichel, Victor. Oh God. So some bad defensemen are going early. Or, I mean, not bad defensemen, but like I don't really like some of these picks. I'm happy that these guys are going early. Braden Point, plus minus killer. Mitch Marner, assist power play point player. Not really big fan of those guys. I want to really dominate the hit and shots on goal column. I think I can really do that if I can get like I might go with a Svechnikov. Um, let's see where I have him actually. I have him probably pretty high for the wingers. Um, yeah, up here. Svechnikov, Pasternak. If I could get two of those guys. Brady Kachuk's pretty high though. Svechnikov, Pasternak. I think I might go with just Pasternak. I think I can just skip Svechnikov. I can't skip Kachuk. Obviously, he's too strong of a player. Um, Pasternak's going to fall to me. I don't believe it. John Carlson goes, one of the best defensemen. I think he's one of the best defensemen. Igor Shesterkin. I like that pick for goalies. High save percentage, low. His goals against average is going to be okay. People are going. I don't really like that they're going with the David Pastrnak. I'm going to draft him. He's going to be only out for a month. So now it comes to Brad Marchand or I believe. Oh, Svechnikov went. That's a good pick. I like that for him. Now I have to go with Kachuk. He's the only other player. Yeah, his plus minus will probably be pretty bad this season, which is the bad part about him. I don't know. I could go with a Brad Marchand. I could just go with the duo there. Um, a lot of different players here that I could go with. I like. I could go. No, Brady Kachuk just gives me so much value with other categories that I need him to be doing well in, like the hit column and the shots on goal column. He. Oh God, I thought he took him. He provides so many hits. He in this is for 70 games. He was on pace to 259. Is that right? I think he was on pace to hit almost 300 shots. So I'll take Brady Kachuk. He might lack in some of these categories, but I'm going to dominate the shots on goal and the hits category pretty well. Drafting Brady Kachuk, and then I'll probably get like a Tom Wilson later, something like that. I like the Brad Marchand value too. This is without plus minus, so if I were to disclude plus minus, and then if I were to include plus minus, it would be with Pasternak and Kane and Kucherov. All the way. Wait, no, that's not right. Yeah, this is the ranks with the plus minus. Yeah, and then this is without for wingers. So yeah, maybe I should have. I don't know. It's too late to make these assumptions now, but I'm happy with the Pasternak pick, and then I got McKinnon as well. I think I need to go with the goalies. I need to get. I want to master some of these. So the save percentage, shutouts, and the goals against average. This is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to go with some defensive teams, so I'll probably pick like a. Let's see for goalies. I do need to. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the best value for each player. So we have these are the rankings, save percentage they are expecting. Robin Leonard is going to be out. He's going to have a high save percentage. I can't really say too much for the wins. Darcy Kemper is a good pick. I really like Kemper because Arizona runs another tight knit ship. So they're going to have a low goals against average, a high save percentage. And that's really, if you only go after like two columns like that, that's all you really need. Jordan Binnington, 917 save percentage. That's a little bit high for him, I think. Ben Bishop, he's going to be out for the season. Got Tuukka Rask, who's a really good goaltender as well. Carter Hart, he'll probably have a lower, maybe a mediocre mid save percentage. But again, it's going to be tough for him just because he did have, it's just tough competition over there. I have not been really paying attention to who's gone and who's left. Roman Yossi's still available. Oh, nope, he's not. Chris Letang, Morgan Riley, Alex Pietrangelo, Neil Pionk, Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton, he had a plus minus of plus 30 this season. That's really good. But again, I don't know if I really want to risk Dougie Hamilton not doing all that great in the plus minus section this year. Because plus minus is just such a risky stat. Brady Tkachuk's plus minus is probably going to be through the dumpster, in and out. But he's going to be dominant in the hit and shot and goal category. Pasternak shoots, McKinnon shoots. So I think I'm going to have the shot on goal category right now. I think I've got that locked up the most out of the three. My power play points are all right. My hits are doing pretty well, especially if I get like a Tom Wilson later. Like I said, plus minus, yeah, is just meh right now. Two really good plus minus players, and then it's one not so great. And then our goals and assist column is doing pretty okay. So we're doing all right in that stat category. We would really like to get a goalie here, I think. Let's see the X rank. Wait, the X rank? Or the rank. Yeah, so I'm going to go based off the X rank for these. Ilya Samsonov. I think that'll probably be my pick for goalies. I don't really know. I have a little bit of time, but I want to go with a goalie that is going to be just getting a really high save percentage and the win column and goals against average. I mean, you don't really want to look at the shutouts that much. When I think I want to make get a goalie with as many starts as possible. But again, like I wouldn't want a goalie that starts a lot but wins a mediocre amount of time and then has a mediocre save percentage, kind of like a Carter Hart. I think that's what's going to happen with him this season. I'm gonna have to go goalie, defenseman, and then I just think I can't survive this league without having two good goalies. And we're looking for maybe I go goalie. I don't know. Robin Leonard left. It's probably my favorite goalie out of those guys. Ilya Samsonov. Oh, he's injured? I did not know that. Like it says everyone's injured at the beginning of the season, and then you find out that no one is. So this is what's really annoying about this. Carey Price, I don't trust him in goaltending. Freddie Anderson, neither do I with him. Wins column, he will dominate. The save percentage, not so much. And the goals against average, not so much. So I don't like him as a pick. Carter Hart got picked. You know what? I think I might just go with one goalie, and then I think it'll probably be Samsonov. And then I'll go with a forward or defenseman, depending on what I'm feeling. Dougie Hamilton's still available. That's surprising. I really like Chris Letang, but again, I don't think I'm getting enough value here with this pick. Um, I think when you look at the forwards and defensemen, we have Patrice Bergeron. Oh, Patrice Bergeron is still available. Okay. He's a very good plus minus candidate. And he'll get. Hmm. I don't like Johnny Gaudreau. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that. Tuukka Raskos. Johnny Gaudreau. Okay, I don't like Taylor. So Taylor Hall shoots a lot, but we already have that column kind of locked up. We kind of want to be a little bit more. Um, I think I like Dougie Hamilton because he's going to score enough goals and shoot enough and hit. I think that's a good kind of combination of all three. Um, so he's getting 50 points in 82 games. I believe this is an estimate for 82 games. It should be based off these statistics. I'm going to go with Dougie Hamilton. I think that his plus minus should be all right this season. He'll get enough power play points and shots on goal. I don't see too much value in anyone else. He locks up a lot of categories. We're not really looking for the assist column, but he will get a plus minus power play points. I think now we can go for a goalie. I think the goalie that I wanted is going to be there in the next round, so that's why I picked the defenseman here. And then I can just go with hopefully like a Tom Wilson is available. That would be unreal if he is in the next round. Samsonov is the guy I want. I don't think he'll be available now. I thought he would. I didn't think people would take him here. Please, don't take. No, don't do it. Don't do it. This is the guy I would want for sure. I mean, I'm really not going to play in this league. Oh yes, okay. Seth Jones, terrible pick, but um, just for other reasons. But I'm happy with getting Samsonov. I'm gonna go with who do they have hitting a lot? Ryan Reeves, Tom Wilson. Yeah. So we want to target Tom Wilson next. Let's see the defenseman who hit 258, 220. Ooh, Rasmus Ristolainen. I didn't know how much value he brought to the hit column. Um, Definitely gonna be have a basher of a team. Um, well, anyways, I think my team is set up to succeed so far. So it looks like my team is goal heavy and shot heavy. Yeah, goals and shots heavy. Um, and I'm pretty all around set. I got a player for each position. That's a really good start. So I'm not weak in any category. I believe Dougie Hamilton will. I don't know if 17 goals and yeah, actually 17 goals in an 82 game season sounds about right for Dougie Hamilton, but don't expect that much more. 50 points, that's a bold statement there, but I do think he will shoot a lot, and I think he will hit a decent amount for just a player. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy I didn't get like a Quinn Hughes or something like that, where I'm going to get a lot of power play points and assists, but I'm not going to be killing it in the hits column, which I want, and the shots on goal column. So we just are looking for. Now we're just looking for players to fill roles, fill spots. Um, we get two more picks, 70 and 75. Probably get two really good players there. Um, what do I need? What do I need? I need the best player available right now. Petrangelo, I don't know if that's him. Let's see. Let's see what the rank is. Oh, they got Darcy Quimper. Ooh, Darcy Quimper is a nice pick actually. I think I might go with the goalie. Um, yeah, I just don't see a world where Darcy Quimper should get drafted so late. I think it would be just an insult to him. He will just dominate the goals against average in the. I can just dominate the wins column too a little bit with him. No, not the wins column. He'll dominate the goals against average and the save percentage section of this. Um, yeah, so those two, and then shutouts. He'll occasionally get some shutouts, so I might win a game or two in that column, or get a few few wins for that column. With him, Brendan Gallagher is a nice pick, but again, I'm looking for like a Tom Wilson or a player that's going to give me a lot of points outside of just the goals and assists column. Make sure that. See, when it says like this is why he's ranked number 96 in their X rank, but when it comes to rank in this league, he's going to be dominating some of these categories so bad, like the save percentage and the goals against average, that he's going to be ranked way higher than people have him. So maybe Elvis Merzilkins. I like him as a pick too. Maybe not till like the later rounds, but we'll see. I think I can go with a forward and a goalie this round. The forward I really want is Tom Wilson. I think Darcy Quemper brings more value though. I don't think too many people are gonna be looking at Tom Wilson right now. It is pretty late around here. Pretty tired actually. I'm gonna go get some water real quick. All right. Yeah, so Kyle Connor just went here. He's a player I wanted to note that he's a player that I did not specifically want on purpose because with my strategy, if you're trying to go with a hit, shots on goal, power, or if you're trying to go with these columns, if you want to really rack up the shots on goal, hits, goals, and power play points, you can't take a player that's going to be a black hole in one of those categories like Kyle Connor is. And I've said this before, but if you're particularly looking at this type of draft strategy, maybe if you want to avoid the hits column, which is another strategy to draft, you could just be weak in the hits column and just let players like Brady Tkachuk and Tom Wilson slip. But I think it's easier to pick those guys later in the rounds, and dominate there. So that's why I don't really like Kyle Connor as an option. That's why he went probably 64th. People might think it's a steal, but in reality, it's probably really not. Hmm. Again, like a Barzal, I can't take him. 26 hits is what he's projected here. And he doesn't shoot at all. Doesn't make much sense at all. Even simming with a Dahlin, you can't take Dahlin. It doesn't work. Forsberg though, not bad. Some of the Crystal Tang. Shoot. Do I go with Crystal Tang or do I go with Tom Wilson or Darcy Quemper? Tough decisions here. I think I'll just go with Tom Wilson. No, Darcy Quemper. Sorry. Yeah. Again, the only reason I do these picks are because of they're going to be dominant in those categories that we want. So he goes RNH. I'm going to go with the Tom Wilson pick. His plus minus will be okay. But again, he's going to be scoring enough points to the point where he's going to be okay in some of the other in these other columns. 154 shots. Actually, you know what? I think I can get him in the second round. I don't think people are going to be all that high on him. I think I can go with a defenseman here, someone that racks up points in every type of aspect of the game. Let's see. Preston Bear is an interesting choice. Brendan Gallagher is a good choice. I actually really like Brandon Gallagher. Oh, Evander Kane? What? Oh, this is actually, I think I go with Evander Kane here. Brendan Gallagher. Brendan Gallagher. All right. I'll go off of Yahoo's. Okay, Brendan Gallagher. The only reason. Crystal Tang went right after. The only reason I went back on my word there. God. The only reason I picked Brendan Gallagher is because based off the way I've been drafting, I've been kind of dominant in the plus minus category. Brendan Gallagher will have a good plus minus, but he also shoots a lot, as you can see. And his goals for will probably be, like 26, 27, probably around the same as Tom Wilson a little bit. But he'll have a higher plus minus. Not really effective in the power play points category, but shots on goal and hits. I thought he hit more, actually. I'm kind of upset now that I see that. Maybe Evander Kane was the right pick. I don't know, but I'm going with a lot of these different categories. We will see. I like goalie. I like a lot of defensemen that hit. So you might see Pionk. I like Pionk. I don't really know how to say his name either. That might be completely off. Jeff Petry's another interesting option. Likes to hit as well. But Neil Pionk, this guy's been the guy for Winnipeg's team. So we'll see. Keith Yandel, they've got him getting 30 power play points in an 82 game season. I doubt it. With all the guys gone now, maybe if they had the same team, but they don't. Got Drew Doughty, Jacob Trouba, no. Yeah, I don't even want to touch Doughty. And there goes Evander Kane. Got Tony DeAngelo here. He's an intriguing option. Don't really know. Power play points. I think Neil Pionk is the best option here, just because he is. Again, I think he's gonna have. I don't know if that plus minus is correct. Winnipeg is a good team, but I think they've had some struggles in the plus minus category overall. Um, and I think does Neil Pionk hit? Just a little bit of backtrack here. So yeah, he's still pretty young, right? He is 25. He had 6 goals and 39 assists. He had 177 shots. So he's on pace. He's probably going to be shooting around 185, 190. No, probably like 195, right? Like 3 shots per game, 2 shots. I'll probably be shooting around the 200 mark. Doesn't seem too bad if we're trying to look at the span of all categories, right? He's a plus 10 this season, and he really took over. I like this option. I think he has the best chance to do well for a categories league. Provorov is another interesting option. I don't know. Those are pretty bold stats. I don't know. 15 goals? Is that right? And a plus 13? Let's see this. I mean, I don't really remember Provorov doing that well in the past. Provorov plus 11 and a minus 16. Yeah. So there's some risk and reward there. 17 goals. I think he had just had a down year the year before. I think I remember him just having some struggles in that season. But again, I don't know about his plus minus. Provorov went. Yeah, okay. So he is not even an option. Thomas Shabbat, another negative plus minus kind of player. So right now, I'm actually trying to get good plus minus goals, shots on goal. Just like kind of these 4 categories I'm really looking at. And I think I can really bury it with picking Neil Pionk here. Let's see the other players. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see the rank here. They still have all these goalies. Jonathan Marchessault. Oh, he's a pretty good option, actually. I really do recommend using the ranks because this actually does show a lot of things. Like, as you can see, some goalies are like way ahead. You see how Elvis is way ahead of what his rank is. That's for good reason. So Jonathan Marchessault, does he shoot? What can we expect out of Marchessault here? 108 hits. Oh, Tom Wilson gets picked. That's a good pick. Um, I think I'll just make up for it in hitting defensemen. So I think I'm going to concentrate on other categories. So yeah. Got Kyler Yamamoto, Alex DeBrincat. DeBrincat. Wait, they have him getting 218 shots. Is that right? Oh no. I think. Wait. Who did I? I think I'm just gonna go with Marchessault. If not, 220. Okay, makes sense. So I got Marchessault on my left wing. Now I got some options. I think let's see I probably should have just went off of this. Evander Kane was pretty high up here without the plus minus, but with the plus minus, some of these players a lot higher. Who did I just pick? I picked Marchessault. Oh God, he's all the way down here. What about Rust? Did Rust get drafted already? Yeah, I don't know why Rust is so low. That doesn't make much sense to me. Brian Rust had a career year last year. Albeit though, like it's not expected for him to do that again. I think it's still pretty impressive that he did what he did. And people are kind of discounting his season as kind of a bust season, but he worked his ass off. Um, Yikes! Who else is available? Vander King. I think these stats are off again, so I think we do have to base it off of what they have. I think I did mess up Marchessa's statistics. They've got Victor Arvidsson really high. I'm not a big fan of him. David Perron is a good option. Again, he shoots a lot, I believe. I thought he did, at least. Dylan Larkin. Yikes. I'm getting 70 points in an 82 game season. I could see it. 259. I know he had 73 the season before. He was season before the last. Um, Again, we're trying to lock up like 10 categories here, and if we can get, I think with the next two defensemen or the next three, I believe I'm going to get a bench goalie, and then I'm going to get two hitting defensemen. So guys that are shooting and hitting, and it doesn't really matter about the rest, like what else they do. So as long as they're shooting and hitting a lot, and they're not like completely terrible in the other categories, I think that's what's good for me. Um, Again, this is going off like a plus minus type of category ranking, but then a little bit of not. So it's a little bit of both. Brian Rust. Okay, so Rust he had 35 points the season before, and then he broke out the season, getting 56 points, 55 games. Um, I think he started play on getting some power play time. He had 17 power play points, and he had, if you look the year before, he had 0. So 17 points, you add that to his season, 40-52, that's 52 points in 72 games. And that's kind of, if you subtract 17 points from this season, that's a pretty big difference. I think you can, as you can see, he had a lot more ice time this season. I believe he had, here's his playoffs. This season he had a goal and 2 assists in the playoffs, so he was producing pretty well. I do like him as a player, so we'll see. Maybe I pick him up in the later rounds, but again, I kind of want to get some of these higher up players that I think I can draft while they're here. Jamie Benn, I don't have too many high hopes for him. They have him getting 53 points, and I think that's a little bit excessive. I don't think he's going to do that well. We got Riley Smith. David Perron is another nice option I really like. I believe, who did I have really high? So I missed out on, wait, Kreider? Mantha is way down there. Unfortunately, how is Anthony Mantha doing? Yeah. He's going to get high power play point totals, goals, assists. Hits are okay. Let's see. Yeah, he shoots. Actually, wow, he almost had. So if you subtract 4 games, 4 games from the season, so 200. I don't know. I don't really think that's right. I think he'll probably shoot around 230, 40 shots on average, but he probably will miss some games. He's had some pretty big injury history. I like Elvis the most out of these options, again, because he does well in the goals against average and the save percentage, because he probably won't start that much. Like, he might start once a week. So if he starts once a week, once each week, and he has fantastic numbers, that's really good for your team. So Ryan Ellis is gone. He's a really good player too. Um, Unfortunate I didn't draft him. I really like a goalie here. I think if I really dominate this goalie section, which is 40% of all the of points totals, I can do pretty well. I'm really not winning that much. I'm not really doing too well in the win category. I'm doing really well in the save percentage and the goals against average, though. Um, Elvis Merzilkins. I hope that's how you pronounce his name. And then I'm going to go with a winger, I believe. I think I can get another winger. So we got Brady Kachuk, Marchessault, McKinnon, Pasternak, Brendan Gallagher, Dougie Hamilton, Neil Pionk. So I got a lot of goal scoring in my team. It looks like I'm a goal scoring team, and then save percentage, goals against average, and then shooting a lot and hitting a lot. So I like the combination. I think I go with some two big hard hitting players towards the end. So I think after this, let's see all the players. Is Dylan Larkin is still available? I might just go with a Larkin. I really like that pick. Just because he's going to be, he's got the possibility of breaking out this season. But actually, you know what? I think David Perron would be the best option, just because he does provide everything, power play points, everything, goals, assists. I think he's just kind of an all-round player. Let's see. Actually, he's 31. He's going to be 32 this season. 60 points. He does have an injury problem. Let's see. His two. I don't know. Actually, I don't really like the pick. I don't know. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. If you go with Ryan Pollock, I might just go with Ryan Pollock. There's nothing wrong with going with a defenseman if you can't really decide on one of these forwards. I'm happy with the goalies I've picked so far. No one's really like popping out to me. I think I might just go with Anthony Manth. No, Pollock just brings so much to the table for a defenseman. It's just a player I love. And now I'm just gonna go with the rest of these picks. So whoever's available here, um, I hope at least one of them will be. Oh, Kubalik. Dang, I totally forgot about Kubalik. So yeah, sorry, I'm a bit tired here. But I said I was gonna do this mock draft, and I am. Mike Hoffman, Brendan Gallagher. I drafted Gallagher pretty early. Now that I'm thinking about it, but again, these stats are a little bit off. But I still think I may have misclicked. Oh, Kreider's up here, but again, like I think I made some errors somewhere in my drafting criteria. Like Kreider, they have him at 78 overall. Oh, he just got picked. So let's check him out. They have him getting 188 shots, 28 goals, 23 assists, 10 plus 10 plus 10, plus minus, and then hitting a lot. So he brings a lot to the table overall in every single category, which is nice. His hits are definitely above average for a winger. Same with like a Jamie Benn, but at the same time, Jamie Benn is not the same player as he was. He would be a legit player in my eyes. It's just let's just take a look at what he's been doing as of late. I think his I think he had an atrocious season this past season. He is at that age where you do kind of peak a little bit. 39 points in 69 games, 53 points the season before. So yeah, he's kind of fallen off of a cliff. He's probably going to be getting like 50 points maybe, and I think that's where they have him actually. Yeah, they're getting 53 points, and he's still up this high. His plus minus, let's check that out. So he was a -4 this past season. How many hits did he have? He had 167 hits in 69 games, 142 the season before, and 78. So I think you can probably expect around 150. Usually when players are like on a losing season, they start to hit more. I've noticed that with some of these other players, a little bit of a trend. So I actually don't think that's that bad of a pick. So, but again, Anthony Mantha and Brian Rust will probably bring me more value to my positions that I want, in terms of goals and assists, which is kind of the stuff that I'm lacking in. I think I'm going to lean towards Brian Rust just because of how many goals and assists he put up this past season. Again, Jamie Benn just got drafted, so no more him, no more of him. So I can't pick anymore. Mikhail Sergachev, Vladimir Tarasenko, nice pick. I like it. Again, I think I'm just going for skill now. I got all the players that I wanted for the other parts, maybe a little bit of skill and a little bit of grit. But yeah. Jonathan Taves. No, I can go with Brian Rust. He had a little bit of a career year, but again, he's probably going to be scoring a lot of goals. Shots on goal, I expect. Oh crap! He only had 151 shots. That's not good. Like that's it's definitely subpar. I should have went with Mantha. I think actually. Just because I think I've got the plus minus category is so unpredictable, and I think my team. I think I messed up there. I think I should have gone Mantha. So if this guy takes a Mantha here, um, I messed up. He's gonna if he capitalizes on my mistake, I messed up. Um, but again, I went based off of all these categories, and ooh, thank God. So he went with Anthony. So he went with Matt Murray. In terms of goals against average, I don't really like that pick. But again, like that guy's not been drafting terribly. Like he's had some questionable picks in certain sections, but um, I think it's all right overall. So now I get my Anthony Mantha, and now it comes to defense, and now I'm looking for hitting and hitting a little bit of combination of everything. Hitting, shots on goal. So as you can see, these two kind of line up pretty well. Jacob Trouba. Let's see. Ryan Graves. Yeah. Ryan Graves, he led the league in plus minus last season, and he does like to hit and he shoots. So yeah, he would be my number one pick here. One of them. Matt Dumba, another guy. Shoots a lot. Also Lindell. I think I like Dumba a little bit more. I can disregard the plus minus a little bit. But now I have to really dig in to players that I believe will do well in every kind of category, or will do well in the combination of hits and shots on goal. I really need the depth with those, so I'm getting contributions from every single player. Yeah, I think Jacob Trouba is a good option. Trouba, Ristolainen. I think I should probably take one of the two. Ristolainen will probably hit the most. Trouba's point totals are skeptical. Same with Rasmus Ristolainen. Jacob Trouba's going to shoot a little bit more. I really like Ryan Graves though. He's a late pick, so we'll see. Oh, it looks like. Oh no. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Ristolainen. I just can't see him. Power play points 14. I don't think Jacob Trouba is going to get that many power play points. In New York, I don't think he'll get the power play time that he wants. I think Adam Fox and Antonio D'Angelo are going to be the guys that are going to get a lot of the power play points. Plus minus, I don't. Was he a minus on New York? I'm not a big fan of Trouba's like positive value for his team. It seems like every time he goes to a team, his plus minus is always not that great, or it's mediocre. And he gets dangled a lot on the highlight reels and just a lot of things. He's a big guy. I don't know. Same with Ristolainen though. I'm not a big fan of him either. But you got Ryan Graves here leading leading the league in plus minus. I think I might just go with Ryan Graves, to be honest. Ristolainen went. So there goes my hitting depth. I think I can go with Trouba. I think I might just go Trouba, Ryan Graves. Who do they have? Josh Anderson. He likes to hit and shoot. I don't know. I'd really like to hammer some of the other categories up. Oh, Trouba went. Yikes. Oof. So I might just go with Ryan Graves. Getting enough hits. I don't even know if my team is really that gritty. I think I messed up with some of these picks. Like the Brandon Gallagher pick was a little bit of a screw up. If I do so say so myself. I think I got to go gritty. I got to get some grit on my team. I need. Oh, Blake Coleman. Looks like you're the next guy. No, I don't. I don't want Blake Coleman. This is what we've resorted to. Like, I don't think I've locked up the hit column that well. I really don't. I don't think I got it as much as I want. I like Dougie Hamilton. He hits, but I want like hitting from everyone. Brady Tkachuk might be one of the hit leaders, but again, like I missed out on. I think I should have went with Evander Kane, Brady Tkachuk. I would have felt way better about my team. Alexander Romanov. That's a good pick actually. Um, he's gonna hit a lot. Not get that many points, but he's gonna hit. Um, let's see who's gonna hit for me. Ryan Reeves. I can't sacrifice my plus or my goals and assists that badly. I can't. I can't pick these guys. Like they're not effective enough. Um, Yikes. I think I'll just go with like a Tatar or something. No, Riley Smith. I panic picked, but Riley Smith was up there on my rankings. I remember his name. Um, was he not? No, he's right there. So he's above Elias Lindholm. I don't know. That might not be right. But I really hammered the plus minus category in this. Aside for like Mantha. Yeah, wow, I really went after the plus minus here. So I got a team that's good in plus minus. I would say my goals against. I think I'm probably going to be doing really good in the goals against average and save percentage. So 2 categories, 3 categories, and the hit column is mediocre. I'd say 4 categories I got kind of locked up, and then there's 2 other categories or 3 other categories that are like going to be all up for grabs. I guess I don't really know. Sometimes I don't think I know what I'm doing. But at the same time, I try to use my hockey knowledge to the best I can do. Unfortunately, I don't think I got enough hitting. I wanted the combination of hitting and goals and assists, but I don't think I can do that without sacrificing the plus minus column, especially even if like players are somewhat smart. Um, yeah, I don't think I can just do that. I think I just go with Blake Coleman here. I really think so. Or do I go with Mark Brochicki? 258 hits. It's a lot. Go with Ryan Reeves. Dominate the hit column with Brady Tkachuk. 18 points a season. Minus 3. I I guess. No. No, we're going with Mark. Or I don't know, because with Blake Coleman, I don't know actually, because he's not going to have a good season again. Like he had 1 point in 9 games in the post. I think in the postseason he had 13 points in 25 games, so he did all right. But is he going to be on Tampa Bay for the next few seasons? It looks like it. I don't think he's going to do that well in Tampa Bay just because he's going to be behind a lot of people. They're deep. Oh, Brendan Lemieux hits a lot, right? Oh, he hasn't broken out yet. Connor Murphy, no. Patrick Hornquist. That's my guy. Or is it Josh Anderson? I think I like Patrick Hornquist a little bit more. Wait. No. 32 points, 67, 52 games. Ah, what the heck. He'll hit a lot and he'll shoot a lot. Hopefully he does something in Florida. So that wraps it up, folks. That's just a mock draft. I think I did okay. I don't really know what columns I'm really killing it in exactly. I was happy with the Dougie Hamilton pick. So I think I did pretty well in the goals category. The assist category is going to be all right as well. I don't think I'm going to be doing terrible there. Um, but again, my defense is kind of built. It looks like my defense is built with a combination of shooting, hitting, um, power play points, and plus minus. It looks like they all have a good plus minus. That's all I can say from these. I think my whole team is a really good plus minus overall. Hornquist and Mantha will probably be pretty bad. But aside from them, and Brady Kachuk. So there's three players that are going to have a negative plus minus. But aside from that, I think that it's going to be a pretty positive plus minus team. I would rate my team. I think I'd grade myself. I'd say I did a B plus. I would give myself a B plus overall. Um, Again, Nathan McKinnon, he's going to shoot a lot. Marcia So shoots. Brady Kachuk shoots. So shots on goal, I think I've got pretty down as well. So I think shooting plus minus goals and the hits column is probably going to be pretty meh. I do have one of the hit leaders on my team, so I'll probably be average or at least above average in that column. Shots on goal, I will be above average. Power play points will probably be at least decent. Plus minus will be really good. Assists, not so much. I think that's one of my weakest columns. And then goals will be one of my highest columns as well. So, yeah, that's wraps it up for the forwards and defensemen. But then when it comes down to and it's clearly I don't have the center depth that you would want. I only picked one center, but I like that in free agency I can probably pick up a center if I needed to. And then for goalies, I really worked on the goals against average and save percentage. As you can see, Darcy Quimper, Merzlikins, whatever, however you pronounce his name, they will probably be producing pretty good save percentages and goals against averages for this season. So that's another two columns there, pretty well locked up. Their wins columns will not be all that great, but I'll probably get I'll probably be slightly below average, maybe average for wins, just because this team is built on three goalies that will probably get a lot of time this season. Samsonov was my first pick. He will probably be leading my team with the wins column for the goalies. But in shutouts overall, I don't really know how well they're going to do. I think they might struggle a little bit. But again, I'm pretty happy with it. I actually prefer maybe a Quemper and a Merzlikins over a Shesterkin in this type of format. Not because I think that Shesterkin's going to be doing really bad. I actually think he's the best goalie or one of the best goalies that are up and coming. But he's going to be on a team that's going to be letting up a lot of goals or higher goals against average per game, which will probably hurt his shutouts opportunities. So he probably won't be getting that many. He probably won't be doing too well in the goals against average in the shutout column. But at the same time, his save percentage and his wins will probably be, or his wins will probably be mediocre. New York Rangers are probably still working on a few things, but the save percentage will be pretty high. So that's probably the best thing for him. But I would take these guys over him because I think they get a little bit more variety of categories to work at. So I'm pretty happy with the team that I drafted, but I don't think it was the best. I think I could have picked a little bit better. I think I started off really well with the first three picks, and then I was really happy to get Dougie Hamilton with the fourth pick. And actually, I would say the first five picks were pretty solid, if I don't say so myself. But I am. So, I think that the sixth through, I believe, 10 were probably pretty skeptical. I was really happy to get Mantha, but again, I think I took a little bit of a risk on Brian Rust, and Brendan Gallagher was definitely a pick that I don't think I made the right choice. When I see Brendan Gallagher, I just see him as the player that won me a championship a long time ago in fantasy hockey. So I just it just kind of clicked in my mind, and I think I picked him without too much thought. Neil Pionk gave me a little bit mix of everything. Same with Ryan Pollock, and then Graves was really just the best player for the hits and plus minus category. So I really locked up the plus minus. I think a little bit too much, but again, I think it worked out pretty well overall in terms of how well my team functions. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and yeah, have a good day.